हेलो एवरीवन, माय नेम इज याशिका। वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल। आज मैं दिखाने वाली हूँ आपको अपना गार्डन। मैं यहाँ पे गार्डनिंग पिछले 3 सालों से कर रही हूँ। जब हमने यहाँ गार्डनिंग स्टार्ट करी थी तब यहाँ पे कुछ भी उगाना काफ़ी मुश्किल था, क्योंकि ये लैंड काफ़ी सालों से बैरन पड़ा हुआ था। इसमें काफ़ी स्टोन्स थे और बिल्कुल भी खाद पानी कुछ नहीं पड़ा हुआ था। पिछले 3 सालों से मैं और मेरे हस्बैंड जी जान लगाकर इस गार्डन को डेवलप करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। हर पौधा यहाँ पे या तो बीज या कटिंग से उगाया गया है। काफ़ी पौधे मैं नर्सरी से भी लाई हूँ, बट ज़्यादातर पौधे मैंने यहाँ पे बोरोड कटिंग्स और सीड्स से उगाए हैं। आप में से जो लोग पहाड़ों के मौसम को समझते हैं वो जानते होंगे कि यहाँ पे सिर्फ समर्स में ही हम अच्छी गार्डनिंग कर पाते हैं। विंटर्स के टाइम पे पाला यानी कि फ्रॉस्ट हमारे सारे पौधे खत्म कर देता है। काफी पौधे डोमेंसी में चले जाते हैं, कुछ पौधे मर जाते हैं। तो हर मार्च हमें कुछ पौधे दोबारा से स्टार्ट करने पड़ते हैं। फिलहाल मेरा गार्डन एट इट्स बेस्ट है। मेरे काफी सारे पौधे अच्छे से ब्लूम कर रहे हैं, कुछ ब्लूम करने वाले हैं। तो मैं ये वीडियो 2 पार्ट्स में शूट करूंगी। आज मैं आपको दिखाऊंगी जो पौधे ऑलरेडी ब्लूम कर चुके हैं। कुछ समय बाद मैं एक दोबारा वीडियो बनाऊंगी एंड उसमें मैं आपको दिखाऊंगी वो पौधे जिन्हें मैंने सीड से स्टार्ट किए हैं। फॉर एग्जाम्पल कॉस्मोस, सनफ्लावर्स, एलिसन्स एंड काफी सारे पौधे। तो चलिए चलते हैं, देखते हैं मेरा गार्डन।
Welcome to my mountain garden. This garden is perched on a hilltop where temperatures can be extreme. My garden is a testament of resilience and beauty. During summer months, the entire garden is filled with different blooms in all colors. I guarantee you can find all the colors in a color palette in my garden during summers. Summer is a magical time in the garden. All the delicate flowers are blooming, and the resilient ones, which were dormant during winters, also push back to life. The roses are particularly spectacular during this time of the year. Their fragrance fills the air, and they're such a visual delight to look at. The strawberries have started ripening, and it's time that I have to mulch these strawberry beds. Every morning I get up and I see 1 or 2 strawberries eaten by a bird, and I'm happy to share my produce with these beautiful birds around. Gardening in extreme temperatures requires creativity, and we implement a lot of techniques to ensure that our plants remain alive during the extreme winter months of the year. Like we mulch the soil, especially for the roses, we make sure that we cover the root system so that they do not dry because of the frost. Every gardener has their favorites, and I'm no different. I adore my hollyhocks, roses, hydrangeas, fuchsias, and my geraniums. I adore these plants because they survive the entire year despite the extreme temperatures. Though they bloom beautifully during summers, but they're there. They're always there, and I do not need to restart them every year. Gardening in a large campus requires collective effort. It is not a task that can be done single handedly. Due to the extensive care and maintenance that is needed to keep the garden thriving, we need a lot of hands. Different tasks such as planting, watering, weeding are shared among team members. This garden is a part of Moksham Himalayan campsite, an endeavor that me and my husband run. So the garden is maintained by me, my husband, and my staff members. The garden is a reflection of rustic mountain beauty, where the charm lies in not in expensive decoration, but in creative reuse of materials and DIY projects. The red wall here was painted by us. And then we've reused old tin cans and watering cans as DIY planters. I'll take a moment to appreciate the beauty of this honeysuckle vine which has invaded our mandir. It gives out a beautiful sweet smell throughout the day. What you see painted on the wall on the right hand side is called Epan. Epan is a folk art of Uttarakhand. Before purchasing anything new for my garden, I explore what can be reused or upcycled, like old wooden logs that I find in the forest, tin cans that can become unique planters, or a broken cup that can be converted into a succulent holder. This not only saves money but also adds a lot of character to my garden. Using natural material is the key to maintain the garden's rustic aesthetics, I feel. I gladly and proudly say that my garden has a rustic aesthetics. Gardening journey over the past 3 years has been nothing short of transformative. When we first started, the campus was nothing but a barren piece of land devoid of life and color. Through dedication, hard work, and learning, we turned it into a vibrant, flourishing garden. Initially, the soil was infertile, dry, and lacked the necessary nutrition to support plant growth. It had a lot of rocks and stones. We faced numerous challenges in the early days to improve the soil quality. The first step was to improve the soil texture and dig out all the stones and rocks as much as we could. We began to add compost and organic matter to the soil. This process took a lot of time and patience. Over several months, when we started adding compost and manure, we started seeing the soil quality improve. Frankly speaking, it was a lot of hit and trial to decide which patch to be used as flower beds. As we gained confidence and knowledge, we started designing the garden's layout in our mind. Nothing was designed on paper. We gradually started making flower beds, trellises, rustic planters, etc. These elements not only enhanced the garden's aesthetics but also made us feel that we have achieved something over these past few years. Over here, we have a small herb patch. Despite the challenging climate, we have been getting bountiful harvest of these herbs which we used in our cafe. You can also see that I've reused old oil cans as planters for the parsley. I'm filled with overwhelming sense of gratitude for the environment I live in and the journey we have taken to cultivate this space. Every plant, every flower, every patch of green is a testament to the hard work and dedication that we've been doing for the past 3 years. I cherish every moment that I spent in this garden surrounded by the natural beauty. Gardening has become more than just a hobby, it is a source of peace, joy, and fulfillment. It connects me to the rhythm of nature, teaching me patience and resilience. The fresh air, the sound of birds, and the fragrance of flowers create a sanctuary where I can reflect, relax, and recharge. If you're still watching this, hi again. I'm Yashika and I share my mountain living gardening journey on this platform. I also have a channel on Instagram by the name of Palasha Jivika where you can see daily dose of mountain life, my mountain dogs and gardening. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.